Hey, everybody, welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm here with Rob Placone and the miserable liberal Steph Zamorano.
Howdy, howdy, everybody.
I'm miserable.
Ron, your hair is getting very radical.
Right?
Very, very radical. Look
New
at
year,
that.
new me. Coming up.
It's not the new year yet. So I have an iPhone. Here's my iPhone right here. And this is an iPhone 6 Plus. So it's big, it's big. And it's been slowing down. And a lot of people who own older iPhones, meaning not 8 or 10, they have noticed that their iPhones slow down. Well, why is that happening? Well, CNET, here's why Apple says it's slowing down older phones. It says it's because your battery doesn't hold the charge as well. The older batteries start to lose your ability to hold a charge, and they drain faster. And so people's phones were just cutting off like that. This is what Apple says, right? So this is true. That part is true, according to what I can ascertain. Did you know battery technology, by the way, has not really? It took from 2006 to 1996 to like 2007. It took that long to double a battery's increase. And then since then, it's only increased 30% since 2007. Did you know that? I didn't know that on cell phone batteries.
I didn't know that, but I believe it. I mean, they kind of design it so that you have to get a new one every couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
they want it to be that. That's why it's like you have to, update your software. You have to do this, and eventually your phone just.
I hate updating the software.
Yeah.
Everyone just hates that, cringes through it.
Some people call it planned obsolescence.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what Apple says. Apple says the aging battery means your phone could have trouble. No, this is not Apple. This is from CNET. Means your phone could have trouble operating or might unexpectedly shut down, as happened to the iPhone 6 and 6S last year. I mean, those phones are still new, right? The battery goes that quickly?
Mm-hmm.
The processors in those devices wanted to hit faster speeds, but their batteries couldn't handle the demand, prompting some phones to simply switch themselves off. So I guess if I've noticed my battery drains a lot faster and stuff like that. So to address that, Apple's iOS software, starting with last year's iOS 10.2.1, which I have installed, incorporated better power management capabilities, the company said. So that happened when I got rid of my old car and I leased a new car because I hate putting $10,000 down on a car. I just can't do that anymore. So I just lease a car, no money down, make a payment. I love that. Anyway, it wasn't hooking up with the Bluetooth, my phone, so I had to download the new operating system. And I was like, I got locked out of my Apple account for 2 days. It was horrible. It was horrible. Anyway.
Well, here's a quick insider tip, though. This is something I've been doing. My cousin turned me on to this, and I've been doing it ever since. Always put your battery on low power mode. And you have to do it because it'll like when you get to a certain charge, it'll just take it off a low power mode where it's like, oh, your battery's at like 80%. So here, your charge. But always like go into your settings, put your battery on low power mode. That'll always help it last longer.
So do you have an iPhone or what kind of phone?
Oh, I have an iPhone. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I have a
so
6.
we all have iPhones. Okay, so that's a good tip, Ron. Thanks.
Yeah. I always make sure I do that.
You know what, Jimmy? I just wanted to say that I wanted to go back to, you're talking about the battery charge and everything like that. One headline for Apple Insider says, criminal lawsuit over iPhone battery slows down filed in France, where planned obsolescence is illegal.
Oh, okay. So let's get to that in a second. The operating system slows down your device to prevent it from shutting down, Apple says, but only in cases of cold temperature or a low battery charge or very old batteries. Instead of your processor completing a task immediately, it will spread that out over more attempts to help manage the power consumption. So you can see how there's a problem with this, right? So the problem is they didn't tell you they're doing that. So that's the big problem. So what Apple should have said, which they didn't, and which was a conscious decision, by the way, for them not to tell you that they're doing this. And they should have said, we're at the mercy of battery technology like everybody. Everybody else's phone has the same battery technology. Nobody has a better battery, right? Because I just told you about that. So say, well, and people often have problems with their smartphones, when they get a few years old, they shut off because of blah, blah. And they should have said, so we've come up with a fix.
Right.
And if you want to implement this fix, here it is. We'll give you the option to go like this, to have your phone go slower, or you can let it shut off if it happens, or you should replace the battery. Now, the problem is the battery...
They want you to get a new phone,
They really want you to get a new phone.
They want you to get a new phone.
So what they wanted you to do is like, Mom, this phone is going slow. Fuck it, I'm getting a new phone, which is what I've done in the past.
Me too.
I have done that in the past. God, fuck this phone. Right? And I'm like, I'm just getting it. It's freezing up, and it's not doing what it's... It used to be so much better. And then I went and got a new phone. So that's really what a lot of people feel was happening. I also feel that was happening. Do you feel that was happening, Ron, with your iPhone?
Yeah, I've noticed, but I thought it was just I was reaching that year mark.
Okay.
Like I thought it was just
I mean,
like
do you
it's
think
getting
what was
that
happening
time.
was them trying to make you buy a new phone?
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
So that's the big problem. So if they would have just been transparent, we hear that word a lot. If they would have just been transparent about it and said, hey, we've got a fix for older batteries on cell phones, in our cell phones. Boom. And you can either implement it or not. You give it to the consumer. They didn't do that. And so a lot of, I don't know if you've heard, a lot of people went nuts about it. So Apple's huge apology for slowing down your old iPhone. Apple has issued a formal apology to its customers, which tackles the accusation head on, plus an inexpensive $29 battery replacement. So that's a big difference from their $79 replace. So it used to be to fix that problem with your old battery slowing down or your phone slowing down because of your battery, you'd have to buy a new battery from Apple because you can't do it yourself because it's too hard. And they make it that way on purpose.
Yes, they do. That's another thing.
That's another thing. They make it hard to replace your iPhone
Yeah,
battery.
they don't want you to touch the screws. They changed all of that.
So you could have fixed this problem with a $79 new battery from Apple, but now Apple's like, okay, after the big hubbub, they're like, okay, we got caught. You guys are right. We're sorry. And we're going to let you fix this problem for now $29, which to me tells me that's how much the battery actually costs. And that was their markup. So their markup was, 80 to 30? I'm not a...
I don't know, Jimmy. Do you
$50
really think
almost?
they're giving it to us at cost?
So their markup was over 100% on that battery.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing, right?
The moral of the story is catch us on our bullshit, you will be rewarded.
Yeah.
But only for a limited time.
Boy, now you
Till
know...
we try more bullshit.
The markup on that battery's got to be over 100%. No wonder you should buy Apple stock.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, so plus an inexpensive $29 battery replacement that Apple promises will immediately return an iPhone 6 or later phone to its original performance. I'm going to go get that.
I think I'm going to get one too.
I got an
Yeah.
iPhone 6. What do you have?
Yeah, 6.
6
Yeah.
Plus. Steph,
Yeah.
do you have a 7? What do you have?
I think I have a 7, but I have an old iPhone that I'm thinking, why don't I just go get a new battery in that?
Oh, you mean you have an older phone than that one? I think you could trade those in. Do they give you money for any? Who cares? The new batteries, which normally cost $109, will be available starting January and through 2018, the company wrote Thursday. So there it is.
Where did the company write this? Because I
So they
have 2 Apple products, and I didn't get a message from them. I did not get a direct apology, FYI.
So I bought a new computer for the show, right? So we need a show computer. Who cares? I had to buy
Ron cares.
I do, actually.
So we've been using Ron's computer to run our live shows, and so we decided to get the show computer, so we don't have to use Ron's computer. We could use a computer that's for the show.
Every time another martini hits the stage, I hold my breath.
But Ron, if I messed up your computer, I would replace it.
No, I know.
You know that.
I
Of
would.
course.
I would.
I know you wouldn't,
I would
but
say
I
that
would.
was just casualty.
You know.
Line of duty. Sorry, buddy.
Drink up.
Right? I remember, and anyway. So I forgot what I was saying now, but. Oh, so we got a show computer. So they have this thing. The guy says, "Is this for a business?" And I said, "Yes, it is for a business." And he goes, "Okay, you want to set up a business account?" And I'm like, "How would that help me?" And he said, "Well, you'll get discounts if you hit a certain level of money that you spent on products per year. They'll give you a discount." And I'm like, "Oh, of course."
What's the money amount?
And that
you have
one
to hit?
computer made it pretty close already. That
Nice.
one computer was very expensive. Apples are expensive. and probably at least maybe 3 times as much as a regular
But
laptop.
you would indeed go another route with a computer if it met the needs of your production.
Of course.
That's the big deal there.
No doubt. We need to have it. And so like the guy says to me, they're going to call you and to set up your business account. And they go, what number is good? I'm like, well, can I just call them? They go, no, they'll call you. I go, when? He goes, but make sure you answer when they call.
Very mafia-esque. Are you kidding?
Yes.
Make
he goes,
sure
meet
you
us in
pick
the
up
alley.
the phone.
Come alone.
He goes, but make sure you answer when they call.
Answer the phone, Dore.
So today I'm on the phone.
Oh no.
I'm on the phone and I'm talking with Brian, who works on the show, and we're having a real kind of heart-to-heart about our families and Christmas and stuff, and we really were, right?
Hold on, I need to take this call.
Because whatever. I don't want to go into it, but yes, I get a call and I'm like, uh-oh, who is this? And now I'm nervous. I'm taking every call.
Oh no.
This is the
Which
business,
is-
people. Call us back from a payphone.
No.
So I go, Brian's right in the middle of this heartfelt story. I go, Brian, can you hold on? I got to take this. So I take it, and it's the Apple. It is the Apple. I thought it was going to be anybody, it could be anybody. And the guy goes, hi, this is Christian, blah, blah, blah. And can I tell you what's weird is I was going to see my doctor, who's also named Christian.
That is weird.
And so I was afraid that it was my doctor calling me because I was late for my appointment. I'm sitting outside his office, and I thought my appointment was at 10:45. I'm like, oh, is that 10:30? So they call me. I take the call. He goes, hey, this is Christian. I'm like, my doctor's calling me? And he goes, from Apple. I'm like, oh. And he said, hi, would you guys like to get some information to set up your business account? I go, hey, dude, I'm walking into my doctor's office right now. Can I call you back? No. I can't call you back.
This is a burner phone. No.
Right? What do you...
I'm burning this phone as soon as we're off it.
Or his battery is running out. That's what I think.
Right. What do you call me on a burner phone? Why can't I call you? He goes, we'll call you back.
Ah.
What is the... First of all, how precious are you guys that you can't be called back?
I don't know, but that guy's name was not Christian. That was what he...
So anyway,
Come on, that is an awful business practice that I have to stop doing what I'm doing so as I can respond.
because Apple's calling.
Oh.
They're so fucking full of themselves. Am I wrong? That's being full of yourself.
It's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Make sure you pick up.
Seriously, make sure
Be
you pick
alone.
up. Be alone.
Right?
Wear something nice.
My line's recorded. Yours better not be.
Put your hand over your mouth when you talk on the phone with me at the Apple. Put your hand over your mouth and put an umbrella over your head and walk outside.
A year from now. It's going to be like a voice shifter a year from now. Like, hello, this is Apple.
Hello, this is Apple. Is this Mr. Dore? Is this Mr. Dave Dore? So anyway, Apple's found a way to... I really wish Steve Jobs was still alive. Because even if they were dicks, they would still be the best, and they would still be inventing stuff that no one else is thinking of. Now Apple's very close to being a regular computer company.
Yeah?
Don't you think? Especially when they effed up iMovie, and then they effed up Final Cut. I'm sure they effed up... iTunes has been effed up forever.
Yeah, it's like it
just
used to
effed
be
up-
such a user-friendly,
Oh,
awesome
yeah,
tool.
that was the
my
whole thing
God.
about
and then all
that.
of a sudden they were just like, are you guys having fun? We're ruining that.
Yes!
Okay,
Yes!
I thought it was just me because it made me exhausted.
Yeah.
The changes.
They changed it,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
Okay.
just- and I don't think anyway. They need a leader, and they just have regular nerds. And the problem with nerds. When I say nerds, I don't mean it in a pejorative. I mean nerds like computer geniuses. I don't mean it like But the problem with having computer geniuses design computers is that they don't have real world experience, right? They're not regular people like we are, right? So they're like, oh, we'll just update it. Nobody wants to fucking update it. Stop it.
Arno,
You're not fixing it.
You're making Arno laugh very hard.
So when I was up in Cupertino, which is where Apple is, they have
oh
their...
yes.
I would just, so you drive around and there's just swarms of people on the corners waiting to cross the street, and they all work at Apple, right? Because it's this huge campus, right? And so I just would slow down by the red lights and I would roll down my window and go, hey, does anybody know who fucked up iMovie? Does anybody know who did that? I'd like to talk to them.
Do you remember how great iMovie was? Do you
It was
remember how
awesome.
easy and
And they messed it up.
accessible, and that you could do so many fun things, and then they destroyed
Destroyed it. Same thing with
And for the longest time, you kept the old program
I
as
still
long
have
as you
it.
could.
I still have it.
So jealous.
It's iPhone HD 08. I'm not iPhone.
Oh,
It's
wow.
iMovie
iMovie,
HD
yeah.
08, I think, and I still have it. So and there's all these weird things I have to do to make it work on my computer. You've seen me have to do it.
Yes.
I have to go into a bundle and tip this and then click that, hold it down, click over there. It's all this, and then all of a sudden, iMovie HD 08 will appear on my computer and I'll use it. Anyway, this is getting to be too long of a video about this, but I could talk for all day about. So anyway, thank you. There it is. There's the iPhones. Go get your $29 battery, and your phone won't be slowed down no more, and you don't have to upgrade.
I think your phone is ringing right now. Should you answer it? Just in case it's Apple.
Ah,
Leave the briefcase by a tree, Dore. We'll get-
hey, Jay, this is Apple calling. Hey, look, what have you been doing? Yeah, you got a real pretty wife there, huh? Be a shame if something happened. Now let's talk about upgrading that MacBook Pro.
And you wonder why.
You wonder why people get their news from YouTube? Please make sure you're subscribed to our show. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. Daily, we get people telling us, "Hey, I was subscribed 3 times. They unsubscribed me 3 times. Hey, none of your videos they show up in my alert thing. So make sure you subscribe and then click the bell so you get an alert when we drop a video. And thanks for your support. Thanks for being a patron. Thanks for doing it through our PayPal. If you don't want to do, we give lots of extra bonus material every week, a couple hours worth. So thank you so much for being our supporter. We couldn't do it without you.